conditioning, insulation.
So we're unique in Nevada that we require certification for whole home auditing.
That's correct. Yeah,
Other states aren't doing this.
that's correct. There's a little spot of Texas that does, but other than that, we're unique in that environment.
Looks like you need to take your show on the road. So Rebecca, when you're looking at insulating a home, what do you look for first? What are you looking for when you're doing your inspection?
Well, most people, when it starts to get hot like it is, their house becomes very uncomfortable, their bills are high, and it's either me, insulation contractor, or an HVAC contractor they're calling. And so when we come out, the first things I ask them is, why did you call us? What are your needs? What's happening? And most of the thing is I'm uncomfortable, my power bills are high, I just want, someone referred you, or I don't want to see, what's going on in my attic. And so what happens is we get up there and we look at how if their house is accessible, what areas we can get to help, what's the levels of the insulation, the thicknesses, and any open bypasses in the attic, things that we can start that we can seal and change that environment in that attic to perform much better and stop all that air leakage. Is what's the biggest thing that's causing the uncomfortness is all that air leakage that's happening. And then the power bills, of course, are being eaten up by the air leakage and maybe not adequate insulation.
When you talk about air leakage, what does that mean?
Well, what happens is anytime most people don't realize that when plumbers or electricians or low voltage guys drill holes, run all these wires, they're running the wires down from the attic down to the walls and all the services that we use, the plugs and the outlets and things like
Sure.
that. And if you added up all those holes and sealed them, it's like closing windows. And the look on people's faces are like, really? And then when you take pictures and show them these areas, these leakage points, and you can tell them, if you just do what I tell you, you'll save at least 20% comfort, and your bill will change drastically. And so it's almost think of a cooler. If a cooler box, why does ice stay in long for a cooler box? Because no air is moving through it; it's staying tight.
Right,
and so it's the
sealed.
same with your house; it's sealed, so that where you don't have is that heat and cold or whatever the climate isn't moving through the house and causing all that money you spent in your HVAC, because that's really where it begins. As soon as your unit comes on, there's your investment, your heating, cooling, whatever the season is. And if you keep that in longer, your house is comfortable and your bill is affordable.
Yes, and I've said before, air infiltration is the biggest loss of heat.
Yeah, and your best friend is your caulking gun.
Yeah, the cheapest energy efficiency project is buying a tube of caulking. And we'll talk more about caulking and other exciting things when we come back to Shades of Green on KDWN. We'll be right back.